Hey everyone, welcome to your 1010 Fates Wheel Portal reading. So 1010 is opening up this portal this year, and especially between 10:10 a.m. up to 10:10 p.m. in your time zone, it's going to be opening up this awareness in your life. And I love this reading that's coming forward because it's all about this Wheel of Fortune. You know, this is the number 10 in the major arcana, which this is the Wheel of Fate, which basically has a message that before you came down here, your higher self, your soul chose you first as an avatar to represent it and experience this life through. And it chose when you were going to be born and when you were going to be leaving and withdrawing back to the spirit realm, and all these fated events that it wanted to experience life through. But within each of those fated events, we still have the power to choose what story we want to apply to the situation and what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. So even though these fated events are out of our control as the human avatar, because they're already preordained to come into our lives, we still get to choose the impact that it has on us mentally with the story that we apply to it and emotionally as we go through it. So there is this empowerment that comes and that takes us out of this kind of world of that we're on this out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode, in a gorge. And it shows that our life is much more intricately planned out than we had ever thought. It's more like a monorail train, like at Disney World, where it has all these exact stops. The train is attached to the track, so it's not going to go flying off. And it all is this perfectly planned ride that we're on. So there is that power that comes in here, that we're not as out of control as we think we are, and that we do have that power of choice. And I know when they first told me the story around this, when Spirit presented that to me, I was like, I don't think I'm making a choice. It doesn't feel like it anyway. And they showed that, how this all unfolds with all our stories and our emotions that we feel through situations is that all humans, when we were younger, as children, are given these popular opinions on what something is supposed to mean when it happens and how we're supposed to feel as we go through it. And we take on those stories, those opinions, those emotions as our own until it becomes our story. It becomes our habit to feel that way and to think that that thing means that way. And eventually it becomes so ingrained over and over and over again, it becomes our reaction where it doesn't feel like we're making a decision because it happens so quick. But the beauty of all this message that's coming in around these fated events is that we still get to choose what emotion we feel and what story that we want to apply to it. And because it's a habit, we can just put a little effort into it to change our habit on what story we want to put around things, what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. So that is the story of the Wheel of Fortune for this 1010 portal. And we're going to be asking just where in my life can I use awareness around my stories and my emotions? And that's what we're going to look at by each individual zodiac sign. We're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Sagittarians, this is your 1010 portal reading, and we're going to start off pulling a card here from the Seeker Oracle. And of course, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. And we are going to use these to start off and just find out where in your life can you use awareness around your stories or your emotions. All right. So for all our Sagittarians, what would you like them to know, please? What about this 1010 portal? All right, this is going to be the one right here. And you have see the patterns. Well, there you go. Obviously, that's what this is all about, is seeing the patterns in your stories and in your emotions. And we'll see what they want you to know about those. So it says, while life can offer us random moments and experiences beyond our control, we also experience repeating moments because we have a particular pattern of behavior that has a dominant influence. In these moments, we find ourselves having similar experiences that result in the same outcome. If the outcome is a rewarding one, we will repeat the experience to reap the reward. And why not? But what if the pattern offers a greater consequence than a reward, or ever reducing benefits, or appears to be a reward on the surface but is doing harm? What if the pattern of behavior does more harm than good? If you feel like part of your life is on repeat, it might be doing so because you have embraced a behavior pattern that drives and creates the experience. It might be time to explore your behavior and the beliefs that influence these repeating moments. It is one thing to create a structured life that offers rewards that fulfill and move you forward in a beneficial manner, but it is another to allow unconscious programming to create moments of chaos, hurt, or harm. Every experience offers both reward and consequences. We all have our own unique patterns of behaviors and habits. We all play a role in what we experience. It is time for you to take a closer look and determine whether your patterns are serving you well or doing harm to you or those you love. Yes, some habits are hard to break, but by fostering new, healthier habits, you can break a harmful pattern and free yourself to move forward. That is so perfect for what we're talking about here. So definitely looking at those stories that we have, the habit of what story we put around a situation, or the habit we have around a certain emotion. We will dive a little deeper, of course, and we're going to pull from the wisdom of the Tao and see what else they would like to add. All right, so what else for our Sagittarians regarding these repeating patterns? What else would you like them to know? What for our Sagittarians? Okay, oh, they said none of those. Okay. And you've got temptation. So you can see that, and then I'll read it here, and I'll read from the little book too. And it says, pitfall, the desire for excessive gain and accumulation leads to misfortune. The greatest contentment is in knowing when you have enough and all temptation is banished. Escape from the trap that imprisons you. Refuse to be a victim. Be free. So obviously this is talking about those patterns and breaking free from that. And we'll take a look here and see what exactly this one is zeroing in on here for you. And we also will use it, of course, to the tarot to dive deeper into that as well. So the temptation card is a sharp warning against permitting an inflated ego to turn foul, and a reminder that we can only correct our behavior if we are self-aware. Simply hiding emotions and desires will not make them disappear, and it's a foolish and arrogant thing to believe that it will. Thoughts and intentions banished from the mind remain influential despite being dormant, and are dangerous when the mind is unaware that they are active. Proclaiming "the devil made me do it" is a sign of subconscious desires taking control. We can only address weaknesses that we are conscious of. We cannot always avoid the erroneous path if situations entice us into them. But the moment we realize the path leads to a dead end, it is in our power and will to turn it around. Physical and material temptations bring vulnerability to everyone. Understand that they are there for a reason and avoid becoming enslaved. It is believed in Taoism that money, possessions, and material pleasures, if not enjoyed in moderation, will lead to misfortune. There's a Chinese proverb that says, retreat a single step to see the broad sky and majestic ocean. So take that step now so you can see the options, walk out of the trap while you still can, seek help and guidance. So, of course, those work so well together. It is talking about understanding, and I love how it's talking about, without awareness around it, that's when it's dangerous. But this is all about what awareness do they want us to know about to help us change those stories, change our emotions, whatever it might be. So this information is coming forward for you. We're also going to pull this Archangel Power Tarot cards and see what else they want you to know around this situation here. Okay, and one more time. All right, so what else do you want our Sagittarians to know about these patterns and these temptations, on what is going on in the subconscious world and that you want to bring to the awareness? Okay. All right. And then I do want these here. All right, so let's get these scooched out here. And we will start with the one that made itself known, which is the Queen of Raphael, which would be the Queen of Cups in the Standard Tarot. And this is so perfect. Cups are emotions, and the Queen of Cups, not only does the Queen rule over water, but all the queens in the minor arcana get a second helping of water. So she's double water, which makes her a lot like the High Priestess, where you dive deep into the unconscious and the subconscious to understand what is bouncing around down there, and it brings awareness and brings it to light. So this is definitely talking about trust your intuition, do the shadow work, dive deep, find out what is, bubbling under there, down underneath the surface. And then you have the Three of Ariel, which is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is this story about authenticity, not looking to outside people for their approval or, changing your behavior because you want to gain their approval or not lose someone's approval and get them to badmouth you and stab you in the back and not support you. So there is this authentic path feeling that's coming into all of this too, of what are the patterns, the things that you're doing, the things that you are doing out of fear of losing love, the fear of being rejected, and understanding what is, these are very well related together about what's bouncing around under that surface, because there's things that happened earlier in your life that caused you to have these patterns because this is what made you feel safe. But these patterns are outdated and you're ready for an upgrade. You're ready for a change with these. Yeah, because here's the Magician. So perfect. And this is about you taking action and using that intention and that power that you have with your magic wand to focus your energy on what you do want in your life rather than what you don't. In this pattern, these things of being drawn out into the physical world, into those things, trying to make yourself feel whole and complete in the outside, this is all changing. This is what's coming to pass because this Magician card is showing you that you have everything you need inside you, not out here in the outside world. So these temptations, these things that are drawing you outward that you've just been hungering after and continuing trying to consume and obtain, that's bringing you to this point of exhaustion. It's all showing you that those beliefs that you have deep underneath, that they're being transformed because you're really coming into your own power. This 1010 portal is really showing you how much of your life is within your own hands, literally with your magic wand. So this power is coming in with all of this as well. And then you have the Four of Gabriel. And the Four of Gabriel is the Four of Wands. So it is about celebration and victory, but it also is about a stability in your energy. Rather than having your energy that's fluctuating all over the place because you're looking outside of you. Think of a 4 of like a huge table with huge legs. It's a very solid foundation. So there's this stabilization that's coming in that comes around with you focusing on, like this energy here that you're having. You're understanding that the 3 areas of your outside world that you've been told to get your energy from are lies. They are disappointing, which is relationships, situations, and things in our bodies. All those areas on the outside, they had unstable energy because people change or they pass away. Situations, of course, like jobs, education, etc., never stay the same. And of course, things in our bodies and our bank accounts, those deteriorate, they break down, they burn down, or stolen, right? And so that instability is drifting away because you're finding the power within yourself. So that the 3 wands that are out there, you add the 4th one, and that's what brings a solid foundation, is that you control the power. You have everything in your hands to make things come true. And then you have the High Priestess. Yep. So the counterpart to the Magician, number 1 and number 2, High Priestess turns inward. And like I said, the Queen of Cups is a lot like the High Priestess. You got both of these that are very intuitive. They dive deep into the unconscious, the subconscious. She retreats into her temple and, is able to connect to the moon. She goes behind the veil, so she understands what's going on behind the scenes and underneath the surface because of her connection to the spiritual world. So you are getting a lot of information from doing this deep dive into your subconscious, understanding what these patterns are so that you can break them. We're also going to use the Everyday Tarot here just to get some clarity. And let's take a look here and see what we want to get clarity around here. I'm really drawn to the 4 of Gabriel, the 4 of Wands here. Is like, what brings in the stability? What helps bring in that foundation? What would you like them to know about this foundation? Okay, so you do have this. You have the Page of Swords for this card. And the Page of Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the Page of Swords is about new directions, new communication, new awareness, new thoughts and beliefs. Because this Ace of Swords here allows them to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, while at the same time cutting away the small t truths that no longer serve you. So this makes sense with as this awareness and this identification of the patterns, those old things that are toxic for you and that are not helping you any longer. They serve their purpose, but you're ready to let them go. This is you grasping onto that and cutting away on there. I also want to know what, with the deep dive, what else would you like us to know about what they find regarding these patterns? Okay. Anything else? Nope, that's it. And of course, you get another Swords card with all this here. And this is the 9 of Swords. It's the Insomnia card, the Nightmare card. So with all this happening in your subconscious, pay attention to your dreams, because your mind and the little child self, your subconscious, that's the safe zone that they'll bring messages through your dreams and help you really understand what they're trying to tell you. And all these swords on the wall are all the expectations that you've been trying to live up to, all those supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts of the outside world that are rooted in the conditional love of the human side, the fear of losing that conditional love. But like I said, you get to connect to the capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And this sword helps you cut away and slice away these two. So you are definitely getting to the bottom of what are some of these things that are igniting fear, causing you to sleep and have, very distinct and clear dreams, and it is all your subconscious trying to help you with these patterns and to help you move through that. So I love this 1010 portal for you. It's really going to bring you some great information, which on the other end of this is freedom, because the more you get rid of these, then you'll have this solid, this energy balances out. You have this stable energy. You're able to sleep. Your dreams are great and informative, and you wake up feeling refreshed instead of right now. I kind of feel like you wake up feeling exhausted, like you worked a whole nother full-time job in your sleep. So this is all happening and unfolding for you to release you and to bring you some freedom. So I love that. Just definitely spend some time really getting to know your power, connecting to the higher realms, because that's what's really going to help you with that process. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these videos, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of these and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. Also, click on the subscribe button, and that will give you access to the notification bell. When you go in there, it'll give you the option for all. And if you click on that, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things, it does help spread the Zen love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like one of my videos, share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, especially subscribing to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy. It does want to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am so very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and in fact, my recorded personal readings are on a sliding price scale, so you get to choose among a few different price points for what you'd like to pay for something, so it's more alignment with your budget. So it just offers a little more flexibility. All right, all you Sagittarians, as you go through this amazing portal, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing journey here. In the meantime, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Enjoy the adventure. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.